Hello and welcome to Disc Golf Library, where we give an overview of a particular disc golf disc. Today we will be looking at the Suspect, an out-of-production mid-range from Dynamic Discs. Let's get right into it. The Suspect is an overstable mid-range with a speed of 4, glide of 3, turn of 0, and fade of 3. This mid-range is designed for short drives and approaches. According to Dynamic Discs' website, a beginner can expect a large amount of fade in around 160 to 170 feet of distance, whereas more advanced players can get around 240 to 250 feet of distance with less fade. The Suspect is very similar to discs like the Westside Discs Harp, the Discraft Zone, the Innova Rat, and the MVP Entropy. In fact, the Suspect shares its flight numbers with the Harp, Zone, and the Entropy. The shape of the Suspect is also very similar to these discs, with a blunt edge and a flat top. However, what really sets it apart is its rim depth. The Suspect has the shortest rim depth among this type of disc among the largest disc golf brands outside of the Westside Anvil. Another important feature of this disc is the small bead on the rim. The Suspect was approved by the PDGA on March 10, 2013, and was put in retirement on June 12, 2019. The Suspect, despite being one of Dynamic Discs' first discs, was one of the weaker selling discs, so it was retired in the summer of 2019. Retired discs for Dynamic Discs means that it is out of production for the foreseeable future. However, limited runs of these discs have not been rolled out. One of these limited runs has already occurred, with Lucid X Suspects produced to commemorate Paige Pierce's 5th world title when she was sponsored by Dynamic Discs. On the subject of plastics, the Suspect has been released in nearly every plastic offered by Dynamic Discs. Their Baseline Prime, their putter plastics Classic Soft, Classic Blend, and Classic Hard, their recycled Biofusion, their premium plastics Fusion and Lucid, and the aforementioned Lucid X. The only plastics I could find no evidence of the Suspects being released in are the Moonshine plastic, the rare Classic Super Soft, and the long since retired Fluid and Lava plastics. Alright, so I'm going to take my Suspects out on a field and to an actual disc golf course. Now as a disclaimer, my backhand is not good, my forehand is a little bit better, but either way I'm no pro, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so we're out on the field. I'm going to try and throw this Suspect forehand. I brought out 2 with me. The one I have in my hand right now is a yellow Lucid X Suspect. It's pretty overstable. I just, threw it hard and flat. Finished around, I think that's around 210 feet. And in my hand now I have a pretty old Lucid Suspect. Put that one a little bit high, but it turned a little bit and finished around 190. Alright, so I'm gonna throw some forehands again. That one I put a little nose up. I still got plenty of distance, but it was not exactly where I was trying to go. That one still got a nice little baby turn. Rolled right to 200. I'm gonna try and throw some backhands here. That was nose up, so it hyzered out immediately. We're about 180. And I'm gonna make the same mistake twice. Throw it a little bit nose up, it's gonna hyzer out, but that one I had a little bit flatter, so that one got to like 190. Alright, and I got a different angle here, so you can kind of see it from my perspective. You can see how I basically just left it flat, threw it hard, finished around 220. Throw my orange one. Right, let it flip up even a little bit, and let it reliably fade back to the center. Both those were at 220. This is hole 8, around 230 feet. Put this a little high, but I knew it was going to fade back, so ended up working out in the end. And I'm going to try and throw the yellow one in a similar way. But put it a little bit high. I catch some cabbage. finished pretty short. So I ended up trying that one again, just to see if I could put it in the circle. You know, turned it a little bit, or at least with Anheuser, and fought back right next to the basket. Alright, so this hole is basically 200 feet dog leg to the right, so I'm just putting it out on hyzer and basically just letting the disc do the work. Not really throwing that hard, it's only 200 feet. Both those I left a little bit too inside, a little bit short. This one I got the line basically perfectly. I was under the basket there. And fast forward through the part where the groundskeepers come through. And, I'm gonna throw my Lucid X, and I hit that tree, and then I roll away from the basket. But you get the gist. What I found with the Suspect, it's a lot less overstable than stuff like a Zone or a Harp, but it's really nice and neutral, so I like having it in my bag. Hopefully you all enjoyed this look at the Dynamic Disc Suspect. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if there are any other discs you'd like to see an overview of. Thanks for watching.